Live again. Live again. Hopefully, we weren't down for too long. I think it must have been 10 minutes or so. Yeah, so I restarted the computer and everything works. Because you know that's how tech is, right? If you restart it, everything just works for some reason. Yeah, so apparently what was happening was, I think what happened was when I accidentally opened Streamlabs OBS, so I had OBS Studio open, right, when I was getting the stream ready, and then when I accidentally opened Streamlabs OBS, it kinda messed up the camera, because you know how in Windows only one app can use the camera one time, or one program. And Striker, any ISO? 19 months, thank you so much. Man, it's been 19 months, Striker, that's insane. Okay, so I know I missed a lot of people in chat. I said I was going to say hi, and then I shut down the stream before I did that. So, for those of you who were here and I missed, I do apologize. Please, just, I don't know, say hi again, repeat your message. If you had any questions, just go ahead and post them again. I'll try to get to everyone. I mean, I could read out all the viewers in chat, but some people like to stay quiet, so I'd rather not do that. And then a gift sub from Mr. Keeps. Thank you so much. Gift sub to Precise Troll. Hello, hello. And yeah, so don't forget to check out Mr. Keebs, who also streams on Twitch. He has a ton. He lives up to his name. He has a ton of keyboards. If you think Mr. Krabs likes money, wait till you see Mr. Keebs with keyboards. Holy shit. Yeah. He makes it rain keycaps. Okay, so let's head to everyone. Alex, Mr. Keys, besides Troll, Trainer Gamer, VPR, Striker, and I know there are a lot of other people here. I know I saw Eat My Poopy Pies, and who else did I see in chat just now? Before I turned the thing off. Who else? I know I saw Visionaire, Fun Sployer as well. Who else? I hope I didn't miss anyone. But yes, and pretty sweet name. Thank you for the follow. Frisco Melt with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. And Hunkadunk with the follow. Also, Kawaii Kings, Hay5 or Haze. Thank you so much. Schrodinger's Confused Cat, Dream Minion, Lesser Cosmic Being, Matsu, and Chubies. He won a giveaway on this stream before he even followed. God damn. Unbelievable. Okay, so anyway, let's get started with the build today. Let me take the desk mat off actually. So, the build today is for Alex, who is in chat. Traded a board for just one follow. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't have sponsors. You have a very low price. Yeah, so next giveaway, I have to do that soon. Very soon. I'm afraid I'll get busy again. So, I just have to clean up this soldering iron, and then I have to figure out how to do the giveaway. Because, so the main holdup is actually how to do the giveaway. I've been trying to figure out. Because, you know, at the same time, I'd like to reward people who've been with us for a long time. But it's a soldering starter kit, and I would rather go to someone who just, you know, doesn't have who's always wanted to, you know, have the tools to build his own keyboard but can't, or something like that would be nice. So I also wanted to be someone, you know, someone who's kind of new to building keyboards, but at the same time I don't want someone completely new, you know, some rando. So yeah, that's the part that makes it difficult. And what else? What else was I trying to do? And oh yeah, and then I was trying to figure out if I should do this just as a, you know, just a, you know, follower or viewer only giveaway, or should I open it up on Instagram and on Reddit and things like that? I don't know. Okay, so but so I'll have to figure that out soon. And another nice thing is I don't have a board of directors or shareholders, so I guess it's up to me. I just have to make up my mind. Okay, so we are building the Salamander today, TKL polycarbonate with a PBT plate. You'll see this is the plate. And so I've gone ahead and put the switches in here because the plate is very flexible. So it is almost impossible to build it, to put the switches in after the fact. Because if you just put the switch in, it'll just bend the plate. There's not enough upward resistance. So it'll be kind of difficult to align this thing because this PCB is warped. So it'll be kind of fun trying to align everything. And okay, so I've done most of the stabilizers, just have the spacebar stabilizer left. You will see that because this is a thin PCB, so 1.2 millimeter, I think. Am I wrong? I remember it's around 1.2. Probably wrong. So they include these spacers, but the thing is you have to cut the spacers because otherwise they won't fit. So see, these two, we're hitting these two, and this one over here was hitting there's a little diode or something beside the RGB. I don't know if you can see it, this little thing here. Yeah, so it's hitting this, so I also had to cut that. Yeah, and I will say it's a lot more difficult than it looks. Just trying to get the hook of the stabilizer housing to go through it, because otherwise this thing keeps slipping. It's kind of annoying. I think maybe the way to do it is to glue it down or tape it down first. David Dick, hey, how's it going? I'm probably gonna send you stuff to give away the next time I send you a board. Oh, nice, dude. How about that cable, by the way? So I never got an answer back about the cable. I guess it's still usable if someone wants if someone has a short-ish setup. Yeah, I mean, you could always give it away too. I don't know. Or it could be for another setup. Maybe you have a mobile, smaller setup. It could be useful. I don't know. Yeah, because it's just really awkward with the short cable on the PC side. Give it to the random who just want a board to build mine as well. That's true. Alright, where is Chubby's? I guess we're gonna just give it to him already. Okay, so let's go ahead and loop the stabilizer and I'll show you this part and how infuriating it is. Vim Warrior, hey. And who else am I missing? Have lots of kids but no soldering gear. Dude, see, yeah, I want to give it to people like that. But at the same time, I don't just want to make it so blatant like, hey, you should have it. Maybe we'll make it happen, VPO. We'll make it happen. As long as you pay for our next trip to Indian food, you will win the completely luck-based giveaway. Right? I mean, it is luck that you live right here, right? It'll save me some shipping too. NGB, hey, good to see you here. And Ixanovia CC, I don't even know how to read that. Building a Tada 68 to practice my soldering. My first board is hot swap. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, well, I hope my content has been somewhat helpful with building a keyboard. It's kind of what I geared towards, I guess. Okay, so dielectric grease. Stick it in there. Nice and goopy, but we're gonna remove the excess in a bit. Frostfire, welcome to the stream. Yes, this is not mine. Almost none of these builds are my own. So this one belongs to Alex, who was in chat, and he is the number 2 top all-time cheerer. So a long-time supporter of the stream, who's been very generous. So yes, so it's a build for him. We still have his artisan to give away. I honestly I had completely forgotten about it until he brought it up the other day. Because I have a drawer where I keep most of the keycaps that I have, and in that drawer I have 4 big boxes. Oh no, I have 2 drawers that I keep keycap stuff in, actually. 2 big ass drawers under my bed. And so okay. I kind of forgot about it. I should set it out here on the table so I remember. I brought God's artisans out just to remind me that I have them. Sidestro says, anyone here in need of... Oh, don't worry about spam, by the way. I get paid for every message in chat. No, I'm just kidding. There's no such thing. I wish. Okay, so just a nice and even coat around this end and this part over here on the inside band where my fingernail is pointing. So basically the parts where the metal touches the plastic, I'm going to stick this in. You got to make sure your stabilizer can actually move up and down. Because if the insert is installed wrong, the stabilizer probably won't even come out.
Oh yeah.
NGB 250 bits, thank you so much. Frostfire asked, my Heine PCB looks filthy because of all the flux. How do you guys clean off the flux of the PCBs? So funny you asked, because we were just mentioning that today in the Discord, which I will link right now in the chat. Oh god. The PC Low Letter, hey, how's it going? Yes, build on a Monday, because I don't know if there'll be a build this Friday. So might as well get this out of the way first. What was I saying? And because Alex said that he has a day off today, so Monday would be perfect. So I thought, okay, you know what, we'll do it today. Because otherwise I would have saved this on Friday instead. What was I saying? Yeah, so Flux, the thing is, what it does, if you use isopropyl alcohol or specifically designed chemicals to solvents to clean the flux, what it does is it dissolves it and dilutes it, right? So the proper way to clean it involves rinsing it to get rid of everything. Think of it as if you had a mop. And so before we go with the analogy, so a lot of people, when they say they clean their PCBs, actually what they're doing is they're basically just spreading the flux all over. Alpaca, hey, thank you so much. My keyboard is not recognizing my piece by my PC. Can it be fixed? Yes. It depends. One thing, it all always depends. So one thing is try plugging into another USB port, like as stupid as that sounds. And then another thing is you could try to reset the driver. So just uninstall the driver and then plug the keyboard back in. And then some other things. It really depends. I know it happens a lot with Lico PCBs. But anyway, back to the flux thing. So a lot of times when they clean it, they use a brush and they brush. They use either some sort of solvent and then they brush. But the thing is, they don't rinse it off. So brushing can only do so much. So what happens is, it looks like it's fixed, but really what they did was they spread the flux all over the PCB instead of just around the switch pins. So your PCB will end up having a kind of a sticky film. And so on a black PCB it doesn't look so bad, but on a white PCB you can see it's just kind of cloudy and kind of tell, or you can just feel it when you touch it. So it's kind of like, if you took a dump in your kitchen. I don't know why you do that, but maybe. And you just grab the mop, you dip the mop in water, and you just start mopping away. That's literally what you're doing. You're just mopping away. You're not rinsing it off. You're not doing anything. You're just mopping. And you're like, well, my job here is done. I don't see the pile of shit anymore. This is amazing. But then you feel just the floor a bit sticky and everything. So yeah, so kind of like that, and you can see that brown film over your kitchen tile. Yeah, so I personally don't clean the flux off, because usually it ends up being more trouble than it's worth. So the way that you probably do, if you look up videos on how to do it, you're supposed to properly rinse it. And the reason why it's not as feasible on keyboards is because you have switches and things that you don't want to get wet, whereas typically when they clean their PCBs, it's just all soldered components on the PCB, so they can rinse it off properly, dry it out. Whereas with switches, you can't really do that because the water will get stuck in the switches. It might mess up your loop stabilizers, your loop switches, things like that. So yeah, I would not recommend trying to clean it out. And I bought a bottle of that stuff, and so I tried it out before, and yeah, I didn't like the result, because what it did was it just spread it all over, and you can't properly get rid of it unless you do a rinse. Yes. So at the end, you're supposed to rinse with water or more of the salt. I can't remember, but yes, you need to do a proper rinse for it to get rid of everything. Yeah. So honestly, I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, I think it looks worse when you try to clean it up, because it just gets everywhere. Okay, so now with the annoying part of the stabilizers, I'm gonna put the spacers in. So we're doing a south-facing stabilizer for the spacebar because it fits both. The PCB and plate support both, so that's nice, real nice. Okay, and you have to do it one side at a time, because otherwise this thing just keeps sliding around. Okay, so see, so here's kind of the problem. I'll have to stand up for this.
Money!
Alpaca with another $1, thank you. Try playing different ports to same message. Is Ducky Shine 3? Oh, then I unfortunately I don't really know what to do with Ducky Shine 3. Have you tried uninstalling the drivers for it, deleting the driver, and then try plugging it back in after deleting it? That's something that I've tried, and it's worked for me on some keyboard. I can't remember what keyboard it was, but it worked for me before. Okay, see, so when you put this part in here, because the overhang doesn't stretch enough, you can see it wants to pull the spacer away from this hole, because you need this part to latch onto it, and then it's kind of shallow over here. So yeah, so because of how slippery this thing is, it keeps getting pushed forward. Whoops. See? So yeah, but if you don't have it, then it'll be kind of loose. See, if you don't have it, there's a bit of a gap. See that? There's a tiny little gap between the clip and the PCB. So this part is just very infuriating to get done. At least over here, I have room for my thumb to hold this in place. For these, I didn't, so it was way more difficult. So this is actually the easiest one so far. I've tried to use isopropyl and made it look worse. Yeah. Yep, I did that on, I can't remember what board I did that on with the flux remover thing, and then it's like, man, I just wasted like $20 fucking on this garbage. What if you brush flux all around a PC so everything's covered? Just buy a honey brown PCB, flux colored PCB. Why don't they make those actually? That would be a nice color. I don't even know why I'm still standing. Not Zesty Salsa. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for facilitating and organizing the E6v2 giveaway, by the way. Not Zesty Salsa says I tried the alcohol and it just made that sticky layer like it says, so I just left it. Yeah, that's why I don't even bother doing the cleaning thing. I've seen people like, yeah, I clean all my PCBs. Like, dude, it looks fucking nasty, man. Like, you think it's clean, but it's just spread everywhere. Disgusting. Kester Type 44 doesn't clean very well. Is this Type 44? Where is my thing? That's not it. What? Oh. Baseball Super. Hey, how's it going? But how much more flexible this PCB actually is? Yeah, I also don't think it will really do all too much, but yeah, maybe with a half plate, hey, maybe. My favorite are the custom keyboards that have been popping up where they're like, yeah, we're it'll have we're trying to make it flexible, blah blah blah, you know, we're gonna do this and that, and we're gonna make it flexible. But your only plate option is brass. It's like, well, good job. Hangman 420, hey, how's it going?
Money!
Well, no, is it brass? Polycarbonate most likely will, depending on the method. Yes, absolutely, yeah. I've seen some boards where they're like, oh yeah, just Also, maybe the USB mini port failed. Yeah, so if it is a physical defect, then you can fix it actually if you're brave. So USB mini is actually pretty easy to fix comparatively. So I'm assuming Ducky Shine 3 should be mini. Facing the fix cause the issue. I think that if you have the tools, you should try fixing it. It's really not that difficult. I wouldn't buy a new keyboard just for that. I'd say if you have the tools for it, it shouldn't take more than 1 hour. Shouldn't. Okay, so now the fun part. I'm trying to align this thing. This is not gonna be fun. Yeah, because the PCB is very warped, so this is gonna be difficult. PCB is very, very warped. Is that everything? Honestly, you could even if you don't have the tools to do it, because I don't think it's worth shipping it to someone to have it fixed unless you absolutely love the board, because at that point you might as well try to sell it as is, you know, and then look into just getting something else. You know, just sell it and then say, hey, the USB mini probably needs replacing, you know, well, you know, sell it for cheap. Because the thing is, yeah, maybe what if you ship it to the person to get fixed and then you find out, oh, replacing the USB mini port didn't work. And so now the guy has to ship it back to you. You said to pay for labor. And so you end up not really having anything. Yeah, so that's what I think. If you have a soldering iron, you need a USB replacement, USB mini. Also, you should probably take your board apart to see, or you could try to find breakdown pictures of the board to see what type of USB mini it'll take. You swap USB mini to Type C. Short answer, no. And Type C is actually almost impossible to do at home for most people, because it has the 20 pins or some shit instead of 5. I can't remember, something like that, something crazy. So USB mini, you only need to solder 5 data pins, and then mini, it's because the thing is, it doesn't come in through hole. It's all SMD from what I know, and you need a heat gun and other things like that. Mini B to micro, no. Honestly, Mini B is like probably stuck with that. You can, it'll just be a big pain in the ass. It's really not worth pursuing. And micro's not that great either anyway. Soldering iron. Okay. So I got these pins straight-ish. Now I should probably solder 2 keys first just to hold the plate setup together, and then we'll test the stabilizers. I'm gonna try a PBT plate one of these days. Well, I don't know actually. Don't know how it compares. My first time building a PBT plate, and the thing is, you can't really compare plates between different boards, you know, because you want everything else to be equal. And so this board, it's a PBT plate, but it's in a pretty much full polycarbonate keyboard case, so also kind of hard to tell. Open this up and connect on my keyboard. Yeah, I generally don't think it's worth pursuing, but to Type C is definitely almost impossible. Okay, this is finally plugged in. Japanese horror writer with 2,000 bits. Thank you so much. Thank you. It never says anything in chat, but always with the big bits. Thank you so much. Fan's not plugged in. I should probably get a nicer chair, huh? Maybe I should get one of those exercise balls. Could be good. Nothing could go wrong, right? I won't accidentally slip and bounce and stab myself with a soldering iron. That's not gonna happen. Probably better spend getting one of those detachable cables. I absolutely agree. I think that, yeah, you're better off just doing that. Or buying a new keyboard. Herman Miller's new chair. Dude, does anyone here own an... is it called Autonomous? Autonomous? The startup chip, company. I hate that. It's like autonomous.ai and none of their stuff is AI. Cousin. Oh, I've actually... Hold on. Ooh, that does look kind of neat. Oh, wow, yeah. Great. $1,000 retail, yes. Nah. No thanks. I don't need that. I mean, if someone were to donate one, I'd be happy to try it out. But no. Yeah, what I have right now is actually a steel case Amiya that I bought refurbished locally. I paid $150 for it or something like that. So that was nice. Yeah, I've been very happy with the chair. Man, this damn warp PCB. Okay. We did that one corner, let's do the other corner. Yeah, so we haven't tested the stabilizers yet. Normally we should. So this build will be quite different in terms of the sequence or the order of how we build the board, but that's because of the plate. So I need the plate to be straight-ish before I can test the stabilizers. So yeah, so if you need the switches to be flush against the PCB and the plate, so if it's not flush, go ahead and heat up the solder and push it in again. Secret Ixie? Welcome to the stream. Yes, I live in Texas. I am in Dallas. Where you at? Okay, I need to reposition this fan. It's not doing a good job. In Houston, you're gonna Houston meet up? I don't think so. It's real soon, right? I just know it's on a Saturday. Anthony doesn't like people. Shh! Don't tell anyone. I love people. I love everybody. Yeah, that's why I asked about the autonomous thing. I swear I'm not sponsored by them. I don't own any of the products. But so before this, they had it was called the Ergo something. Or was it just called the ergonomic task chair? I can't remember. It's one of those hipster things. Yeah, but the kin chair, the new chair, looks pretty interesting. And yes, they are known for their motorized sit-stand desk. But I don't really care for those. Maybe I should get one just for taking pictures and stuff and videos. 17th. Yeah, probably not. So I have to get some things done. And a weird stabilizer thing. Okay, so what Frostfire said basically. Also, Clavier, thanks for being here. Hello, hello. Don't forget to check him out, by the way. I guess he could put his link. You could check out his Instagram, his Twitch channel. Sometimes he streams. When I say sometimes, I mean like twice every time the New York Giants win. Just kidding. Where is NGB? What was I saying? Yeah, so the PCB is thinner than standard. So the spacers are there to hold the stabilizers. Hammer Brother, hey, how's it going? You take commission for builds for the public? Yes. So usually you can see all this information. I reinstalled Windows last month, and all my shit is missing. So you see just random empty spaces in the stream, right? In the overlay. It's like right down here. There's a big blank rectangle, and underneath chat there's a big black rectangle, gray rectangle, and underneath this camera. Oh well. This camera here, there's also a rectangle. So yeah, so I do take commissions. Email me at, oh man, I just realized that, oh, my email's at least still here. Oh yeah, over there, or contact me on Discord, and yes, I'll get to it. But yeah, so a lot of stuff is missing, and I'm just gonna redo everything, I think. Oh, you were online? Yeah, I was away for the few hours before I streamed. So, sorry I missed that. I hope I was hosting you. I hope. Does I have you set up for auto hosting? So hopefully it was hosting you. And I put you pretty high up in the list too. Cause I have a list, and basically they'll auto host whoever's higher up on the list. And yes, Kin is the latest. So it was just launched a few hours ago, and then not a few hours ago, a week or two ago. It looks nice. I wish my chair were mesh instead of what would you call this? Just regular fabric, I guess. Yeah, I wish it was just mesh. Would be nice. And Frostfire, thanks for being here. Yep, have a good one. Hexadecker says I have that chair. I like it. Wow. Okay, you're the first person I know that actually has the autonomous AI chair. So have you owned other task chairs? Do you have anything to compare it to? So about the Keyblade, I have some bad news. Mostly for me. I'll have to talk to you about it. But yeah, kind of a sad story. It's the only one that works along sitting. So what other chairs have you owned? I mean, I'm sure it's better than say a DX Racer gaming chair. I swear that shit is the weirdest fad ever. Okay, so before we go on too much of the soldering, I wanted to test the stabilizers. So I have some switches soldered now, so the plate should be good enough for now. And so the shitty part is if one of the stabilizers doesn't sound great or feel great, then I have to desolder, and it'll be annoying. Very, very annoying. Oh yeah, we have to do the tape mod thing, right? Because these are unclipped Holy Panda switches. He's noble in the past, yeah. So I'm glad that works out. So has it been holding up well? Because I almost bought one when I was looking for a chair, but then I ended up buying $150 for a proven chair and brand. It's kind of a no-brainer. So I went with the suitcase of Mia. I think a couple of my friends also ended up buying the suitcase of Mia. Can't remember. They looked at the suitcase Leap, and then they ended up just going with the Amiya. It's not mixed in there. Is that just the sound of the switch? Yeah, I don't. That's not rattle. That's just as an engineer, I see breakdown points over time. Will Panda the Zero V2s for my next build? I think that I personally like Zero V2s a bit more. Mr. Lube, just because you have less issues. You don't have to worry about clipping, unclipping, shit like that. Oh, why did I put the spacebar back in this bag? Okay, see, so it already sounds better once it's the switch is soldered in. That's what happens when the plate is too flexible, I guess. The nice thing is, this is a south-facing spacebar, so if anything goes wrong, this is the main reason why south-facing spacebars are good. So, and most of the time, the stabilizer with the most problems, the stabilizer with the most problems is the spacebar stabilizer because of the long wire. So sometimes the wire is warped and things like that. If you have a south-facing one, you don't have to desolder anything to pull the wire out. See, so you could just remove it and then just, replace the wire, stick it back in. If you have a north-facing one where the wire is on the top side instead, then you have to desolder at least this switch and all these switches. And then maybe you can pull the wire out, but then putting it back in is also a pain. Because yeah, you're gonna have to kind of angle it awkwardly, and then the lube might rub off and things like that as you're trying to angle it in. So south facing only, please, from this point on. I hate that designers don't care enough about things like that. But hey, at least this one you can use both south and north, so we'll go to south. I'll smash that affiliate link. Man, I forgot about that. Man, okay, so now I have to recommend Zero V2s over Holy Pandas more often. I forgot that I have an affiliate link. Yes. But I mean, no, I said I'm gonna build a board with Zero V2 stems, at least the stems. Soon, if I have time. Working on a PCB for a 65% Clavier board. Do you have more secret rules? PCBs. I think that's kind of all I care about, really. Self-facing. And I mean, of course, I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, that's the main thing. I don't think there's many other things that I care too much about. Especially because if it's a 65%, I'm assuming you're not going to support too many layouts, like typical 60%. So probably don't have much to worry about. Okay, so these, let's not solder these first, because these, we have to... do switch alignment for these switches. But we can go ahead and solder in the rest. This one also needs switch alignment. Okay, so stabilize all sound and feel nice. We will finish up the solder. many pieces in the mechanism below the autonomous ergonomic chair will break down after 5 years of use. It will need to be replaced, but man, it is comfortable. Yeah, I've never tried their stuff, so that's why I wanted to ask. I get so many ads, it's pretty annoying. But I guess it's better than, say, getting Viagra ads and stuff like that. Right, NGB? Think of it as a 5-year investment, and if that cost is too much for you. Yeah, because the thing is, with my suitcase of Mia, how long have I had it? I've had it for... How long have I had this thing? 3 years? Yeah, still holding up fine. The annoying thing is, it's starting to rattle in some places. Like it ratchets, I guess. Maybe is the word. It clicks. So that's annoying. I don't know where exactly that sound is coming from. You've never tried Viagra? Are you more of a traditionalist? Some tiger testicles instead? That Eastern medicine? Yeah, so the clicking actually kind of drives me insane. So that's why I was looking at chairs again. But maybe I can try to fix it. Maybe. I just need to find what spots to lube, because every once in a while the chair will start squeaking, and then some lube or grease typically fixes it. So the thing that I'm trying to be careful with is I'm trying to get these. If you look at your switches, you see that on the front there are these two little bumps in the corners. They're touching the top of the PCB. So you want those to be touching the PCB, not just floating. Most of the builds that I receive, either to get these soldered or rebuilt, or repaired, they are almost always not flush. The switches are just kind of hovering, which is not good. Which is why it's funny that people make fun of Corsair and Razer and Logitech for build quality issues, when really, you know, most people with their soldering, it's fucking garbage compared to, you know, Sweatshop Steve. Oh well, probably not named Steve, right? Sweatshop Lee. Sweatshop Steve solder MVP. Yeah, Sweatshop Steve was not a it's not original. It's from a Jim Jeffries bit. He talks about this blackface festival in the Netherlands. I can't remember what it's called. Like it's, yeah. So they, yeah. Sinterklaas. Okay, yeah. It's something to do with Santa's helpers and things like that, and he's supposed to be able to break the rules and things like that, and then they're like, oh, my face is black from cleaning the climbing down the chimney, but it's, well, yeah, but why are your lips so red? I don't know. Looks better. NGB, what's your next keyboard, by the way? And I hope that the Xenos will finally start arriving. I'm supposed to build at least 2. At least. Was supposed to happen in June? Late May, June. It's fucking August now. Still nothing. King Jong-un, hey, how's it going? You join chat, first comment you read is about blackface. Yeah, yes. Doesn't exist anymore since a few years they banned it. Wait, really? In the Netherlands? Zoo's waiting on silver boards and black boards with silver parts. So, the All Blacks have shipped out? So yours is black with silver plate, right? Also, poached Eggins. Poached Eggins. Thanks for the follow. Mostly purple with silver and black on black. First batch. Purple. Purple. Any recommendations? No clue, honestly. I have enjoyed the acrylic tofu that I built just... was it just last Friday? No, the Friday before that. You don't have an acrylic board, dude? You should, man. You have to. Gotta match the rest of your setup. Although actually to match the rest of the setup, you should get a white keyboard, right? Do you even have a white keyboard right now? Sell a grid 60 for 600 before the hype dies down. Dude, oh man. It's actually insane. Building my $800 keyboard or six or whatever the number was. So stupid. I hate that. That's kind of become the hobby now. People just fucking e-peening their prices. It's just so tacky. Right? You know, when I built the OTD boards, I never put the price up in the title. You know, or it's like, you know, if you own a nice expensive car, will you tell people what car you have, or will you tell people, hey, has anyone seen my $200,000 car? Or has anyone seen my $360,000 car? Anybody? Anybody? No? No? No. Why does everything you just slap the price on there? It's so stupid. $500 of Frank P's bill was spent on lube alone. He barely had enough. He bought them by the truckloads. Galaxy, welcome to the stream. You can ask Alex, who isn't here. He did all the switch modding. This is his build. Gave my other one to my daughter. Wait, you gave the what acrylic board did you have? Did you have the acrylic 5 degree? And board 314, hey, how's it going? The thing about putting prices is not even like you're comparing anything. Okay, say for example, if we were to compare, say a $50 watch with a $5,000 watch, and you put that in the title, that's fine because you're really trying to help people figure out if the price difference is reflected in the quality, right? But imagine if you just had a review. If you had to review just a you know, say a Rolex or a Lange, you review your title, $50,000 watch, and you're just like, well, what the fuck is it? You know, and yeah, it's just incredibly tacky. I know. I just don't like. I mean, it's nice that the hobby is expanding, but at the same time, like, man, it just kind of sucks that that's kind of the direction it's taking. Why is this switch not going in straight? I guess this is just a plate. You pin comment if you explain the cost, but if you knew people were gonna share on the cost, why even put it in the title? That's the thing, man. Like, oh well. Oh well. But hey, I mean the problem is you know, people click on it, so. I feel like the community is growing, but the new people are more just into the hype than into appreciating keyboards. That is like that's a good way of summarizing kind of what I was trying to say. What do you? Thank you for the sub. Thank you so much, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, that you know, it's no longer, oh, you know, I'm gonna take time to do research, piece together a build, trying to figure out, okay, hey, what do I like? What kind of switches do I like? What kind of this do I like? Do this, do that. Oh, what kind of boards, you know, really appeal to me? You know, oh, what layout do I want really? Oh, do I want this? Do I want that? Now it's just, oh man, did you see that video? I'm gonna buy that. And that's kind of it. It's kind of a shame. It's not even, yeah, it's not even the best. It's just the most popular. It's kind of it. Man, you know, I really wish this PCB were white instead of black. This build is so nice with all the white parts, silver parts, the polycarbonate case, and then the PCB is fucking black. Just Tiny, hey, how's it going? Long time no see, actually. The Salamander PCB is red. New boards, hey, welcome to chat. Actually, this one was also red. And yes, red's even worse. Yeah, see? Especially if you got polycarbonate. So this is actually the PCB that came with it. This is a separate purchase. What's gonna happen as the hobby gets bigger, the subreddit count is going up so fast. I do like how this drives a lot of options. So many GMK sets running, they can hit MOQ. Yes, that is the nice thing for sure. And the nice thing is, GMK resale has been pretty solid. So you know, nice for us who have keycap sets. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe try to buy a black one, or find a white PCB somehow. Liku PCBs are white, but I mean, Liku PCBs suck. It's a real dilemma. So probably have to do switch alignment for this one too. I just hide the red with lighting. See, that's the thing. If you're gonna use the LEDs, red makes it even worse because then a lot of colors will get messed up. So have you built yours yet? Because yeah, if you have a red PCB, if you do like blue lighting, it'll get kind of purplish. If you do white lighting, it'll still be red. Yeah, I'd say it looks even worse if you use the RGB on it. I mean, maybe if you want to make a red or reddish build, then maybe that'd be nice. Maybe. No, just Tiny, we were. That's what we're talking about. Is that it messes with the RGB lighting because of the way the light reflects. So light shines onto the desk, gets reflected back up to the red, and then shines back down. So it just looks red. Or if you say like blue, it'll be kind of purplish. Yellow would just look bad. It'll be kind of orangey. Yeah. So not too great. Yes, this is the thin H87A. Oh, the rainbow flow mode? Yeah, I guess. Because the thing is, it's obvious even on, say like the mirror, for example, it really reflects the color of the PCB or the bottom part of the case. It messes with the RGB colors. Yeah, so red with polycarbonate, I think it'll be worse. The thing is, if it had more RGB LEDs, then that won't probably might not be a problem. But because they're pretty spread out, and it's just 20 LEDs, I think. So the color of the PCB gets reflected pretty strongly. Because imagine if the whole bottom were just RGB LEDs, then maybe it doesn't matter what color the PCB is. But just look at how much empty space there is. Oh man, I'm starting to get really hungry. So I made a mistake. I got hungry at about 5 p.m. So I ate dinner at 5:30. And now it's 10 p.m. and I am starving. Okay, so the rest of these will need switch alignment. Let's see. Okay, I think most of these are fine now. Yes, so shift, caps lock, and then the bottom row keys. What we need. 5 a.m. now. Thanks for the stream. Just finished my own 900 euro keyboard. Gonna post on YouTube. Okay. Mr. Money Pants. Have a good night. Don't dream of bankruptcy and taxation tonight. Should have ordered the PCB of inks. Double shipping fee. Ooh. Just says, I was actually eating Chipotle and it reminded me that you stream Monday sometimes. Just eat a lot of Chipotle. I actually don't eat that much Chipotle. Now I think about it. Hold on. I have been eating it more recently though. So I used to eat it very often, and then I stopped for a while, and then recently I got back to eating it. Well, I used to eat it like once a week, I'd say. That's not a ton. Still. Yeah. So recently, in the past month or two, I've been eating it about weekly too. What do you usually get at Chipotle though? I almost always get this. I always get the same thing. I was gonna say almost always. Actually, I always get the same thing. But actually, typically when I do eat Chipotle, it is on Mondays. So normally I eat it before I stream. Okay, so the switch alignment for these. Chorizo is the Mexican sausage, right? Because I want to say chorizo at Chipotle fucking sucks. It's so bad compared to the actual thing. Barbacoa is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's really good, other times it's terrible. Chicken bowl with fajita veggies. Container of salad dressing. Dude, the salad dressing! Yes, I don't. Okay, I disagree with the chicken though. I think the chicken is one of the worst things they do. But I always get sofritas, and then I get the. I know you guys in California call it fajita. Oh, hold on. Actually, fajita veggies, yes. But I know when I went to visit God in LA, he called pico de gallo fajitas. So I get calling the grilled vegetables fajita veggies, as in the peppers and the onions. Because when you eat fajitas, do you have those? But I don't get why pico is called fajitas in some places. That's just so weird. But anyway, so I got sofritas, no beans, white rice, grilled vegetables and extra grilled vegetables, because if you get grilled vegetables, you get extra onions. Sometimes. And then I used to get the hot sauce. I've stopped doing that because I found that the hot sauce is just, it's never spicy. It's always just sour, and it just ruins the thing for me. So I get pico, corn, lettuce, cheese, and then I get a side of the dressing. Pico is pico dough, is really called fajita. That's the thing. That's what I tried to tell. That's what I tried to tell my friend. He's like, no. I'm like, what? Yeah, I gave him so much shit. So basically, because he was walking his dog when we went to go get Chipotle for lunch. This was in LA. And so, you know, he waited outside Chipotle. He had me just order his for him. And so he texted me what he wanted. And so he said fajitas. I'm like, wait, they sell fajitas here? Like, damn. And he's like, and so he was like, no, like the tomato and onions. I'm like, oh, you mean pico? What the fuck? I've never heard it called fajitas. Maybe I should look it up. Yeah, I don't know why they call it fajitas. I'm like, fajitas are fajitas. Right? I get if you call it the onions and the peppers fajitas, just because you gotta put that on the. If you eat fajitas, typically comes with those. But the pico, I don't know, man. Maybe he meant to say the vegetables, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. Because I got him what he wanted and he didn't say anything. And he's like, hey man, what the fuck, why is there pico in here? Where are my peppers and onions? Then I know, okay, I misunderstood him. But no. You know. Yeah, maybe I should ask him again. I don't know. Yeah, I love pico. Mostly because of the onions. I hope you see the pattern here. Taco places that have the pico just sitting out there for you to use and having a sauce bar, dude, that's my jam. Or they'll have onions and cilantro. Oh my god, that shit is so good. What is life without onions? I don't know. I might just fucking kill myself if you know, one day I wake up allergic to onions. It's not worth living anymore. Yeah, let me see if I can find a picture. Dude, apparently there are people who are allergic to onions. My buddy here... Oh man, I haven't seen him in a while. I should probably hit him up for dinner sometime. But, so he said that he had a professor that was allergic to... Or someone in the... Or some professor in his building that was allergic to onions. And so they would have signs saying to not bring anything with onions into the building, because apparently even in the air it's some shit. You're allergic to raw onions? Okay, so you're actually allergic to... Okay, yeah, so yeah, there's some sign about don't bring onions in, and it was like, what the hell? And so, you know, he asked around, and oh, apparently one of the professors is allergic to it, and apparently the reaction's kind of bad. Raw onions is so good though. Raw onions, cooked onions, doesn't matter. They're all good. Okay, I'm trying to find a picture. Hold on. Okay, I think the picture is when my... Okay, so... This was at the South Indian restaurant. Okay, this is probably not gonna work, I think. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, it worked. Yeah, okay, see, so... so every once in a while, this South Indian restaurant will have the onions out on display. This is when my younger brother came to town. He lives 3 hours west of Dallas, and so... He came to visit, and so of course we had to go to the South Indian restaurant. This was his first time here. Actually, this is our second night here. We came here, he was here 2 nights, and both nights we came to eat here, because we loved it so much. But yeah, so see all these onions here? I did this 3 times on this one single dosai. Yeah, so as in, so I ate 3 times this amount of onions with this stuff. Yeah, so the first time I just put it on here, second time I did this again, and third time I had to tell my younger brother to go help me get the onions because I felt really bad. The restaurant staff was kind of looking at me, and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, hey, can you help me go get the onions? You know, I've been there twice already. Someone go help me get them. Making me want poke. Oh, at first I thought you said you're making me want to puke. I have not had poke in a long time, actually. When was the last time I had it? It's months ago. Yeah, the thing is, I don't have any near me that are good. I used to have one that was near me that is based in California. That one is actually really fucking good. It's the only poke place I actually enjoy going to. Okay, this shift key is kind of acting funny, so I think I'm going to replace this one. You see this? It comes back up really, really slowly. I don't know if... Oh, look at that, it's stuck. Yeah, you can kind of... Okay, so let's replace this one. Worked with someone that was allergic to spearmint, and if anyone had mints or gums with it, if they walked to her desk, she would like gasp, and they had to put signs in the area, no spearmint. Man, is she white? Yeah, I'm glad that you know, I'm allergic to dust, I think, and maybe some bug bites, but everyone's allergic to some bug bites. Yeah, but other than that, I don't think anything. I mean, lactose intolerant, but most people are anyway. A lot of people just don't know they're lactose intolerant. She was so white, her name was Susan. Yeah, it's... But the weird thing is apparently Asian Americans are... Like, so they've done studies comparing Asian Americans to immigrant Asians. So apparently Asian Americans have way more allergies than... So we're talking like second gen Asians who grew up here. I can't remember if this was in America, actually. Maybe it wasn't Asian American, maybe it was Asian Australian. I just remember it was something like that. So basically, Asian people growing up in a white place. Apparently, yeah, the Asians who grew up in a more Western or white society, community or whatever, had way higher incidence rates of allergies. Yeah, and so they looked into it, and I can't remember what it was, but I know diet was one thing, and then something to do with the sun as well. I can't remember what it was, like maybe just going outside. Maybe it was just going outside. Just being exposed to, you know, stuff in the air and shit like that. Hey, look, this switch doesn't get stuck. Allergic to bran and peanuts, but I don't need an EpiPen in any case. Wait, peanuts or all nuts in general? Right, control my weird too. Okay, yeah, we haven't soldered these in yet. Let's see. So that's how we're gonna do switch alignment for these. I can be near onions though. I chop onions all the time. Man, I will say one thing. So, I cooked for the first time cooked a big meal, like a proper meal for the first time in, I'd say a year, more than a year. And so I was chopping shallots. My God, because I guess I kind of lost my tolerance or immunity to it. So just chopping shallots and just teared like a bitch. Just... Is that a sexist thing to say? I guess it is. I think at this point, is it only okay for women to call men bitches? Maybe, I don't even know. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy condensed milk and all those great Asian desserts. Wait, who can't? Oh, me? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't think condensed milk has a lot of lactose in it. Maybe I'm wrong though. But yes, I do love condensed milk. Those who grew up in Asia eat everything, no allergies to anything for some reason. This time about it, I've heard this. Yeah. So I think maybe the Asian Americans or Asian, whatever it is. I can't remember whether it's Asian Australians or Asian Americans. They live cleaner, and they have a less diverse diet. Yeah, a lot of nut allergies for Asian Americans. Again, it was either Asian Americans or Asian Australians or something like that. Compared to just, like back home, the only person I knew who was allergic to nuts, actually, he wasn't even allergic to nuts. Now I think about it, I didn't know anyone allergic to nuts back home. And I had way more friends back home than over here. That's kind of the sad part. Well, I mean, I did live there for 18 years, but still. Yeah, I didn't know a single person allergic to nuts. But over here, I've met over a handful of people now allergic to nuts. I remember it blew my mind when I first met one, because I've seen them on TV, stuff like that. Never friends of any of them, because I silently judged them. No, I just never met any, and then and I found out some of them like, ooh, because I'll go out to eat with them and they're like, oh yeah, does this thing have nuts? I'm like, well shit. So now, and okay, so the worst thing is when they ask me what to eat, and they're like, or well, typically I'll ask them. They'll be like, hey, we gotta go out to get food. And so I will ask them, and I remember this chick was self-diagnosed allergic to nuts. I think it's absolute bullshit. It's like, you can't just self-diagnose that, that stuff. I remember asking her, and she was like, oh, so when did you find out? She's like, oh no, I just kind of figured it out on my own. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, one day, I got, like, I felt really lightheaded. I was having a headache, and so, before that I was eating peanuts, so it must have been the nuts. I'm like, what the fuck? It could have been anything. But yeah, because I remember I offered her some those battered, the fried peanuts, the Asian ones. Those things are so good. Those that come in a can, and she was like, "Are you trying to kill me?" What? She's like, "Oh, I'm allergic to nuts." Oh, since when? And then she's like, "Oh yeah, well, like if you're allergic to nuts, you be fucking dying instead of just, oh, I just felt, I just didn't feel very okay." But what was I saying? Yeah, so she used to always say, hey, we gotta go, we'll get some food soon. Like, okay. And then I'm like, oh, so what do you want to eat? And she want Asian food. I'm like, but she didn't want gluten. I think MSG was fine, maybe, but she never brought it up. But yeah, everything had to be gluten free and no nuts at all. So I'm like, well, that rules out a lot of Asian places now, huh? Like Thai food, for example. Oh god, Haunt TV, hey, welcome. Oh, and she was, yes, okay. She was also, was she vegan or vegetarian? I'm trying to remember. She was either one of those. So one of those, and you're also allergic to nuts, and you can't eat gluten, and you want me to go bring you out to Asian food. I'm like, well, what are we gonna fucking eat now? Sermon says, theories that most of modern allergies are a result of our lives being too sterile, too clean. Our bodies don't know how to handle it and overreact. Yes, because I read that the best way apparently to prevent nut allergies in your children is to introduce traces of nuts in baby food and stuff at a very young age. So very, very tiny traces. Apparently that's the best way to do it, or maybe the only way to do it. Yeah, but if you don't after a certain point, then it's pretty much impossible, and you're pretty much fucked for life, something like that. Does a thin PCB make a difference if you use a dense plate like brass or carbon fiber? Absolutely not. I don't think so. Which is why I mentioned earlier that there are a lot of boards that have been coming out. They're like, oh yeah, we're trying to go for a flexible setup, but then they put a brass plate, and it's like, well, you just completely nullified everything. My parents would actually make me eat raw onions anyway and told me I was a spoiled American kid if I didn't. I kept telling them it tastes like burning. Then one day I went to the doctor. She told me because my skin was reacting too. Oh no. Okay, so is it all types of onions or specific kinds of onions? What about shallots? Because that's the good stuff. I don't know why people here don't like shallots. Or maybe it was just the cooking subreddit. Maybe that was the reason why I stopped my unsub from that place. That place is fucking garbage. I remember what made me unsub was when I think it was when they were talking about should I salt my rice, and so they're talking about white rice and they're trying to cook stir fried dishes. Should I salt my rice? And then all these people are like, yeah, you should. And then the ones who were like, I'm Asian, I grew up eating only Asian food, and all of them were like, I don't salt my rice. None of my relatives salt their rice. We don't salt our rice. Just don't do it. But then, they were getting, they weren't really upvoted, and all the top votes were like, I like to add some salt and pepper to my rice. I like to add some salt to my rice. Like, holy shit, man. How bland are your stir-fried dishes that you have to salt your rice? But yeah, again, this is white rice, or, rice where you eat it with stir-fried dishes. We're not talking like a side dish of rice, or the Mexican style kind of rice. We're talking just plain rice that you're supposed to eat with stir fry. Oh man, the wobble on these switches, my god. Look at that. At least they're straight-ish now compared to just now. Could still wiggle them around a bit. Because I think I soldered everything. Oh, the step capsule. Damn it. Babies technically come from nuts. Technically true. Babies are brought by storks. Man, so people here, kids grow up with their parents, or at least back then, it's popular that, oh yeah, brought by a stork, stuff like that. For us in Asia, like my mom tells us, oh yeah, I picked you up from the rubbish dump. Yeah. I just picked you up from the garbage. That's where I got you. And they wonder why Asians have no concept of self-esteem and self-worth. Talisman Solutions, hey, how's it going? And Jerk Chicken is also here. Would any stock plate fit event H87A? It depends, but it is designed to fit in most things. You can look up their compatibility list. They have a spreadsheet or something for it. It's just raw onions, but if I cook a grill, it's fine. Just the amount of sulfate in it that makes me react. I haven't tried raw shallots before, but I love shallots in my dishes. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't really eat raw shallots. Yeah, but shallots are so good, man. Oh man, fried shallots. Oh my god, like where you use it as a garnish. Shallot sauce. I need to make shallot sauce. The shallot brown sauce, I think is what it's called. A brown shallot sauce. Man, that shit is so good. Okay. Nothing's getting stuck, right? As long as nothing's getting stuck. Check the backspace again. Alright. Let me take all these caps off. Yeah, so I believe he's asking in regards to the Jane V2. At least that's what I believe. So it should be fine at the Jane V2, I think. Maybe. Kind of the Jane CE should work with, or the Jane V1 should work with the H87. But yeah, the V2 I'm not quite sure. Fun fact, they actually contacted me and asked me for help with the spreadsheet. They asked a lot of people. They actually didn't want to include a column or a thing for spacebar or stabilizer orientation. I think I can look up the Discord messages for it. I remember telling them, hey, this is something you should include in your sheet because some things are not gonna work. And they're like, really, it'll make it really complex. We really don't want to. I'm like, just fucking put it there, man. I remember having to convince them to put it on there. See anyone do the brass plate with? Well, I mean, it just depends on the plate material doesn't matter as much, but yeah. Do you have a picture of the brass plate? If I'll take a look at it, I might be able to tell you. I think the important thing is the connector over here for the Jane V2. Because if it is, then yes, it should work. So you look at the main custom PCBs, very little consistency or overlap. Even H87A had to allow during dual orientation. Yes, which is a good and bad thing. The nice thing is, it's more flexible, as in it allows for more compatibility. The bad thing is these stabilizers don't fit very nicely. Even screw-in stabilizers don't fit very nicely because of the bigger holes. I can't remember which build I showed that in. This is the switch that was getting stuck. Should I separate it out? I should. Okay, so let's test everything real quick before we put it back in the case. This is a USB mini. So yes, big hole. So basically what happens is they're supposed to have a small and a big hole, right? So they're both just kind of like 8 shaped. Where it's a small and a big one connected together. It's almost like, you know how sometimes when the baby's head won't come out because it's too big, so they tear the. Ugh. Okay, so I'm gonna go wash up real quick because I'm gonna turn these off and then we'll test everything and then we'll put it back in the case. Okay. Put this out of the way. And bring up switch header. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it should work with the H87A. You should be fine. It even has a south-facing spacebar wire, which is nice, very nice. Okay, so I already flashed the layout on here. So if you are using an H87A, it won't be exactly the same as this one. The keys that come up. Alright, this is a function key, so WSD for arrows. Wait. Alex, are you here? Is this alright? This is the. Is this supposed to be the second modifier? Is it a control? So you have Alt Win and then second modifier. Wait, what? Okay, so hold on. So what we have to do is. Okay. See, where did I put the file? Whoops. Okay, so let's look at this. ZXF. Yeah, that ain't right. And then, so are you sure? Hold on. So this is modifier, right? So okay, so how about this? So I see that this one is supposed to be the second modifier. Okay, how about this? We put the second modifier on layer 1 instead of layer 0. So this way, you need to hold down these two keys to get to. You need to hold down this, so caps lock, and right control, and then R to reset. So that this way you can't accidentally reset it, and you actually have a right control key instead of a random modifier that only does one thing. And so I need to put right control here. Yeah, so see if this makes sense. So modifier 1 is your main function key, and if you hold down modifier 1 and the right control key, it'll bring you to your third layout, which will have the reset button. I think this works better. Okay, and then so now let's compile this thing. They should play some elevator music when this is happening. Or I should play some elevator music. This is my stream, isn't it? Damn it. Any second now. second now. 1 eternity later. Holy shit, it's been taking a while. Damn. Do I have any royalty-free music that I can play? I think it's bugged, right? It's not supposed to take this long, at least. As far as I know. Oh, now it's running. See how long the queue was? Stealing a credit card. Hey, look, Mac Merlin himself. Hello, hello. Good to see you here. It's the magician behind QMK, or well, a big part of QMK. Alright, so we're trying to pause the music. Also, why the hell is GMK Plum on here? Unacceptable. You need to put the best. What? The best set isn't here? GMK Necro, where the hell are you? Anyway, man, this thing looks better than the actual GMK Plum. So let's download the hex file. Let's download the JSON. Oh no, I did not mean to attempt. Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh, where is it? Oh, here we go. So I'm gonna copy these two, cut. I'm gonna put these into. Where's my keyboards folder? QMK. This is the. Oh, I do have H37A. Okay, so this is. Rename it. Actually, no, this is fine. Okay. And so now to program it, so we actually get to see this part on stream, which I guess is kind of good, maybe. I'm old school, so I still use Flip Atmel to do the flashing. Because the thing is, once you know it, it's just so easy. So straightforward. Okay, so the reset. So we have to reset this thing first. Okay. So right control and R to reset. Very nice. Straightforward. Oh, whoops. And then, okay, let's look at this thing. So the flip, Atmel flip, communication, USB, open, file, load hex file. And then we have to go to our. Oh god. Users. Drive. Documents. Keyboards. So obviously this is, whatever file system you have. Or folder system. Look for where your hex file is. We are putting this in here. Run. And then you have to unplug and plug it back in. New boards, thanks for the follow. Thought old school would be DFU programmer or AVR dude. Man, that is. We're talking old school, not prehistoric. I remember using DFU programmer. Yeah, at Mount Flip, people give me shit for it, like, whoa, why don't you use the QMK toolbox? I'm like, nah. Because my first experience using QMK was with at Mount Flip, so I mean, if this still works, then I'm just gonna keep using this for now. Okay, so now to check if everything worked. Clear. Okay, so Z, X, C. Oh boy, we did it. We did it, Reddit. Okay, and then should we test the reset button? Let's do that. Might as well, right? So, caps lock, Control R. Okay, so the reset button works, so let's just reprogram it. Let's run through it again, shall we? Oops. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. See? Look at that. So everything works. So Alt Win Control, and then if you hold down Caps Lock, Control, and R, then resets the board. Great. I think it's AVI do for the plate since it's not an Atmel chip. Yeah, that was my least favorite part of the hobby for sure. It still is actually. And if you go to Novel Keys, the page where they have the Heine Bush PCB, the H87A, the link to the H87A page leads to nowhere. It got moved. Same thing with if you try to go through the Heine Bush website, it'll go to nowhere. Yeah, so it's pretty annoying. Back then it was even worse. Back then without Discord and things like that. You know, where you just had Keycaps and RMK. There'll be a lot of stuff where, you know, you try to look up things and like, oh yeah, you know, just use this, and there'll be a really detailed post, and you're like, oh yeah, so check out this MJ album. You click the MJ album, zoinks. Oh, you know, it's gone now. Yeah, so back then it was a real pain trying to figure out, you know, how things work and how to program your boards and how to troubleshoot your stuff. Guy Montags, welcome. It's told there will be salamanders here. Yeah! A keyboard called the salamander. It's kind of weird because it looks nothing like a salamander. I don't know why. Maybe there was a reason why they picked that name. Also, YJ Bang Bang Bang. Thank you for the follow. I do like a triple bang. I think there's some. I've heard it called something else, but it's like a try. You know, like a try some maybe. I don't know. Anyway, let's put the thing back on the board and go to desk mat. So the board itself is gonna be beige and poly and clear and white. So let's not use a white desk mat. We'll either use a I don't even want a black desk mat. We will go with pink or magenta or whatever. Got my first true mechanical key kit in the mail. Very nice. What did you get? Oh, whoops. There we go. Zoom out a little bit. The stream brought to you by Myonix. I wish. They need to sponsor me, man. I use their desk mats every week. Okay. We'll turn off the RGB too, I think. Oh yes, that is a good point. We can do a bit of a comparison. Need a photographer's grade desk mat. Show the colors. Allow for white balance correction at the same time. That is a good idea. Except you probably want it to be plastic or paper, right? Octagon doesn't look like an octagon, looks more like a keyboard. To be fair, the Octagon V1 was actually an octagon from the top because it had 8 sides. To be fair, I guess the second one, if the corners had been chamfers instead of rounded edges, maybe it would have also been an octagon. YJ bang bang bang. So I just ended the hobby, got my soldering iron today. Should I tin it out the box? I mean, are you building it right with it right now? I mean, if you're gonna start building with it, then sure, yeah, just tin it. I mean, you're gonna have to do that before every time you solder anyway. The start. Okay, so now this part is kind of tricky because the polycarbonate case doesn't have any helicoils, so we have to be very careful when we're screwing things in, and it probably has a limited lifespan because of that. Probably. That's it in terms of the threads. You just want to have to be very careful with it. So. Even the right one? I think it's 2, right? Yes. So we're gonna try to line it up right now. I know I'm kind of doing this off camera. Maybe this will help. Oops. Look at the quality of the case. I mean, it's a polycarbonate case, so I mean, looks like polycarbonate, smells like polycarbonate, feels like polycarbonate. I can't confirm the taste. So yeah, you know, I don't see any issues yet. I mean, no weird scratches or anything like that. No tape. I don't know about the taste part. That's the only one I don't know. It looks sweet. Yeah, see, we don't know if it tastes sweet though. But you're forgetting the most important question, guys. Does it blend? Oh, it's Will It Blend? Whoops. I've never watched his content, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. You can tell. There's another channel that does the flaming hot. Is it a lead ball? I can't remember what it is. Goyal, hey, how's it going? So Just Tiny, it's basically a channel that literally just blends stuff. Like they just fucking just throw things in there and blend them. Like, that's the entire point. Oh, we have to take. Oh, we have to take the. Damn it. We have to take the weight off to screw the last 3 screws in. Used to be the hydraulic press channel as well. Oh, I remember that one too. I'm trying to remember which one exactly I last saw for the hydraulic press one. So now for the last 3. Yeah, I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying not to over tighten as well. The channel that advertises their blender by blending things people should be blending or shouldn't be blending. $14.71. Hey, how's it going? At least Cirrus is using metal inserts, so you don't need to worry as much about over tightening. Yes. So apparently this one, the problem is that it was cracking the polycarbonate cases. So they had to take the helicoils out or something like that. Or stop putting them in. Okay. Whoa. That's a bit much. And now we put the keycaps on here. So far it looks pretty nice. Can you imagine if it had a fucking white plate instead? It would have looked so nice. See, so right now you have this problem where the bottom side looks so dark. At least it doesn't look red. Yes. Except now our desk mat makes it look reddish. Or about magenta-ish. So these are BSP Peacock Dyesub keys. Dyesub PBT chair profile. Yeah, I'm trying to put on the modifiers first. Those are the ones that might give us problems. Wow. That just pulled the wire off. Holy crap. What happened here? Do you guys see this? Holy shit, what happened? Someone melted this keycap, I think. This is what it looks like. You see this? Starchface, hey, how's it going? As well as, and Poached Egg says, yo to you too. DMX Tricks is also here. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask Alex about that. Yeah, well, it looks pretty bad. Yeah. Wish I could zoom in more, because yeah, that looks, just look at that. It's so deformed, it's insane. Do you use your right shift much? Because if not, you might just not want to ever use it with this set. Just have it there for looks and just never use the shift key. Yeah, wow, look at that. Look at how warped it is. You see that? Maybe I should have tilted the shift key to the left. Yeah, see that? I don't want to push too hard. Yeah, you can see it's slanted clockwise. Another right shift key from BSP Cyrillic I can swap. Okay, so hopefully that's fine. And yeah, so be very careful taking this off. You are most likely gonna pull the wire out, so just have tweezers ready to push it back in. So Polaris group by today and MT3 Serica. I find it strange that people that watched my MT3 Godspeed review and were like, oh my god, that sounds so bad, and then they're like, hey, but did you see that, you know, are you gonna get MT3 Serica? I'm like, you just 2 weeks ago you were talking about how terrible it sounds, and now you're like, hey man, did you see Serica MT3? You gonna get it? Looks nice. Oh boy, row 5. Numpad key, we're just gonna put the numpad keys in here. There's some S&M melting candle play. Man, that shit is weird. I mean, you know, you do you if that's your thing, but it's strange to me. I'm not going any more entity buys. So Dominic, did you try it out yourself? Because I know you sold your Godspeed MT3. Manufacturing defect. Yeah, I wonder if it's manufacturing defect or maybe someone melted it while building their keyboards. Maybe. I don't know. Like a previous owner or something. They sound worse than SA, right? Because don't you still love using SA keycaps? Wait, no. No. Who was it that really loves SA keycaps? Was it you? Or did you move to cherry profile? Because I know... Oh, it's you? Yeah. The other person I'm thinking of is the Eerie Cold, who has the Matrix boards. Yeah, he loves SA keycaps. Must have been using cherry profile last few months. Yeah, cherry profile is also cheaper. Man, you can feel that. You can't really see what I'm doing. I'll show you guys in a bit. You didn't like the texture, really? Not the sound? I don't mind the texture. I actually quite like the texture. Man, how much of this can you even see? Oh, now you can see it. Look at that. Sophia Wolf, hey! How's it going? How is it going? Are you still enjoying your Gateron red ink build? No regrets? Very nice. Polaris tomorrow. I thought it's today. Someone said today. Tomorrow? Oh, ESC. I see. Right. Of course. Who knew there were other people in the world? Who knew? Who even thought about that? I thought everyone else is just NPCs. set is so nice. Man. So fucking nice. Here's what moves I'm pressing on home row keys. Yeah. Just look at that. Yeah. It's so obvious the bottom row is moving. Man. Man! That is nice. Hey, being on EST, CST is so much nicer. Oh, Central Time? Yeah. Eastern Time fucking sucks, man. Everything's fucking too late. Here, Central Time, everything's kinda, you know, kinda nice. Because they have to cater to both East and West. Moving from EST to MDT. Is that Mountain or some shit like that? That's what I have about gasket mount. Overrated. Oh wow, this is not the actual Z key. Oh. So these, damn it. Yes, confusing, yes. But you can see this is the correct profile. This is the correct profile. The Z is the sub-legend here. Y over here. And why do I not have the webcam here more often? This is actually pretty good. I mean, it kind of blocks my left hand. This is BSP Peacock. Pretty nice. I keep getting confused. So you're supposed to look at the sub-legends. That's the QWERTY layout, the ANSI QWERTY layout. And I keep looking at the top legends. Man, it's so nice feeling the plate flex as you put the keycaps in. Man, so good. From this angle, the right shift is great. Does it focus at all? Look at that. Yeah, but if you look at it straight on, it's slanted towards this side. This side is lower. Polycarbonate darker than I expected. Yes, that's the main problem with full poly builds, because it takes on shadows really easily because it's very transparent, translucent. So the bottom part gets really dark. Right. Fucking two-tone Malone, right here. Is there a Reddit user called Two-Tone Dick or something like that? I don't remember. I know there's a double dick dude or something like that. 159. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. Plan on putting Yuri on PC, but it might be too dark. Maybe not. Should be fine. I mean, it's just polycarbonate. Also, this one maybe is a bit more obvious because the plate is white, but the PCB is black. But yeah, I mean, that's why I don't like RGB on full poly builds. I think it looks pretty bad. On the polycarbonate singers, for example, the RGB looks bad because the bottom lights up, but the top is just dim. There's just no light. Non-smoking versus smoking. Yes! This is a healthy lung. This is after smoking for a year. Quit smoking. But this stream was brought to you by the Vape Nation. We offer gluten-free vape juices. Is that what they even call it? Place carbon fiber. Yeah, just yes, that's always a problem with polycarbonate builds. It's all the full polycarbonate builds are like that. The bottom is a lot darker. Yeah, it's so weird having the webcam right here. Okay, so let's plug it into check out the RGB. We're gonna turn it off for the most part though. This board is so sick, dude. It looks nice and it feels nice. Damn it, that's the right side connector. Okay, see, so here's what I'm talking about. Oh, you can already see it in this camera right here. Right? Look at the RGB. It's just the bottom. Whoops. My bad. It's just the bottom. There's nothing. Almost nothing on the top side. Which I mean, it's still cool. But yeah, so if you were expecting a full RGB thing, unfortunately this is not gonna work out. Yeah, see just the difference compared to the acrylic tofu, for example. Look at that. Look at the difference. So these two both belong to Alex. He loves his plastic stuff. That's why his favorite show is Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So let's turn some of these lights off. Get a better idea of the RGB. Alright, look at that. So this is frosted acrylic. And it's not even that frosted really, compared to say the 5 degree. And then this is polycarbonate. Don't forget to snap before the typing test.
I love you.
Flip it, you have a healthy lung again. And Heine Bush with the anniversary, hey! Good to see you here. Just got done building with another one of your PCBs. Dude, check this shit out, man. Hold on. Bring up switch hitter so I don't accidentally mess this up. M. Paratang, thank you for the follow. Dude. Look at this, man. Yeah. Pretty good, dude. And dude snaps like he's on steroids. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the snapping. I'm not a fan of snapping at all. Oh, and let's get a top view shot. See how, honestly, how bad the polycarbonate looks? Yeah. Yeah. See, which one would you pick? I think there's only one answer really. So we can, let's change, okay, let's be fair and let's change the RGB modes. So let's change this one. So look at that. Start with one piece case. Yes, yeah, honey, yeah. So that's what we were showing off. Yeah, so if you were planning on having this type of look, you're not gonna get it with a two-piece polycarbonate, because I mean, we saw this on the TX boards from a long time ago. We saw this, although those didn't come in full poly as far as I know. They had, no, maybe they did. I know they have bottom poly, but anyway, the Singer is a good example. I didn't like having RGB on the Singer at all. I thought that for the Singer, a bottom poly with top aluminum would have been better than full polycarbonate. Oh god, you know mouse is fine is here when you see some fucked up shit in chat. When you're reading something and you're about to read it out loud on stream, you're like, wait a minute. Tofu wins with 10 plus FPS. But yeah, so hello mouse is fine. Okay, yeah, see, so so that's the top view. Yeah, see, I mean, it's pretty clear who the winner is. Side view is even more obvious, right? Yeah, this is just sad, dude. So sad. Okay, let's do a single color for this one. I need to look at what are the RGB controls again? I don't even remember now. Let me see if I can find it. Hold up, let me bring it up. Okay, so turns it off. Got the Christmas mode. Wait, did I completely miss the solid color mode? What? Okay, so I believe this is it, and then make it purple. Could make it Yellow is always kind of bad. How about the teal? And saturation. Let's decrease the saturation a bit. Now it's what? It's not bad, but yeah. My favorite mode is still not having it on. Alright, let's get the lights back on. Just Hannah says, I actually don't mind the top view, but when I see the side, I'm like, yeah, the side view is not great. Not good at all. Yeah, so fortunately, definitely not for the RGBs, if that's what you're into. Some pics of HBCP. Oh yeah, that would be nice. And yes, the height difference, just the shape difference and everything is a problem. And I mean, one has, you know, way less light than the other. Denton Burn Jr., hey, how's it going? For the price, you probably okay. So we could actually look up the group buy price. Of course, that's not reflective of what it actually is. All right, this board's not plugged in. Why did I unplug this board? Okay, the price changed? Okay, well, let us know what the price is, but I'll put the link in chat so you can see it. This is the Keycaps page for it. Christmas mode is the only acceptable mode. Okay. Plan next is to 260%. Polyplate feels super duper nice, I think. Yeah. I'm not a fan of this as well. Just keep thinking. That's all I can think of when I see it. Where is that even from? Well, anyway, let's do a typing test. I will tell you, this thing feels pretty nice. Pretty nice. $560 shipped? Damn. Damn. Let me turn the AC off. Because it is loud. This sounds and feels amazing. Amazing. Yeah, it is. It is really nice. So I think, Alex, I think I'm gonna have to take some time to make sure everything's working fine. I think that, I'll don't worry, I won't charge you for this. I'll make sure I'll take like a month or two to make sure, that things are working great, that no bugs. I don't want to send it back to you and then oh, something's not working and you have to ship it back. So I'll make sure to put it through some rigorous testing. Yeah. Free of charge, don't worry. It is super nice. This is why I am not a fan of people saying, oh, what is this gasket and we're gonna isolate it. A lot of them end up sounding worse because think of it kind of like a musical instrument, right? Trying to find the right sound is a lot of it's trial and error. Trying to make sure everything sounds nice. Musical instrument or even just speakers like the enclosure. You could really mess things up if you just. I think if you have a speaker and you just fill it up with concrete instead of just putting like foam or some other thing or just anything like that, or think like a guitar or something. You're like, oh, I'm gonna try to make it sound clean. You just fucking pour concrete in there. Yeah, it's not as simple as we're just gonna gasket everything. And in my experience, gasket boards haven't sounded really great. The only one that sounded nice was the OTD 356 Mini, and that one wasn't even anything like the gasket mount boards we're seeing these days. At least that's my experience, right? Maybe there's a nice gasket board that I just haven't tried. I don't know. The Keycaps number 1, the Type Machina version, I liked it with the FR4 plate a lot. But that one wasn't, it only had the rubber padding on one side. Fish Nothing, hey, how's it going? Such a nice guy. Yes, I'll break it in for you. Exactly. Time for this build since I saw it during the career group buy. Undergo the lights on. Okay. Wrong key. So with bright lights on, it's not so bad from the top and the side because the light kind of basically destroys any of the RGB that tries to shine up from the bottom. So it actually looks better with the lights on. Nothing's really leaking to the side, so it looks like it's just, oh yeah, we totally meant for the RGB to only be in the bottom. Off sucks, hey, how's it going? Factors that make this one sounds good, you think? The plate, PBT, the case material. Yeah, people think that you just have to make everything metal to make it sound good. That's, it's so funny that people think that because there are so many things that sound great that people, you think of so many things that sound nice. People actively try to avoid using metal. I have ABS capture, upgrade to PBT. PBT shape profile would be nice. Not all PBT sounds great. But yeah, so there's PBT keycaps with a PBT plate. Sounds and feels very nice, man. Very, very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this thing through its paces more. So keycaps have different profiles. Typically, if you just have keycaps with your stock keycaps on your board, it's probably what is called OEM profile, which is loosely based on cherry profile. But yeah, in my experience, PBT cherry profile sounds just so much better than most. Metal is nice for showing off because it's pretty anyway, and it, Has a nice heft to it. But yeah, you know, you just think of things that sound good. Instruments. Speakers. Well, I guess speakers are technically instruments. When the fuck do you see metal enclosures? So that's just what perplexes me, that people, you know, yeah, you could still make it sound good, but, so I'm not saying it sounds bad, but if you're just filling out all the spaces and only have metal and you're like, man, why does it sound bad? No shit, dude. We'll still take OEM over DCS, really? I've actually never typed extensively on DCS. Now you're changing my mind about using a brass plate, dude. That's why I said, man. That's why I said I think that a poly plate would be better, especially because if you're using an aluminum case, maybe having the plastic would be nice to soften the sound. You'd be like, oh, I want it to be super thocky. That's what gives it that thockiness. This is kind of overkill because it's plastic everywhere, right?
Oh, yeah.
Chubby is at the 100 bits. Thank you so much. No, we don't have another giveaway. Goodbye. No, but everybody say hi to our winner. Yeah, so you can expect this Mac Market post sometime next week. Actual milling is a big influence of the cost. So Polycarbonate stuff is right up there. Metal. In terms of cost? Yeah. I know that brand of speakers, but I don't remember. I don't know how it's pronounced. Is it a hard G or a soft G? Genelex? But yeah, but metal enclosures, but the inside isn't metal, right? Or is the whole thing metal? Hotspot board, should I get box switches so it's less rattle? Wait, how would box switches give it less rattle? For tactile, I think that the tactile that, you know, because most people nowadays, they only think of holy Pandas versus Zilla V2s. If they want super tactile. I'm not a big fan of super tactile, but if I had to pick one, it would be the Zilla V2s, but lubed. If it weren't rigged, I would have won. No one nominated me that I know, but I deserve to win for enlightening you all with the means from the future. Yes. All you got was damn, what did you forget? Hold on. Did you get an artisan? What did you get again? Oh shit, I can't believe I forgot. Cause I know I drew something for you. Do you have a picture of it, by the way? Oh, Kibuto 2? Okay. Yes, I don't remember which one it was. But yeah. And I gave you instant noodles as well, I think. Like a packet or two. Anthony's trying to be completely divided. Okay, contact me next week. I'll hook you up with some 24-hour worn underwear. Good keycaps on Amazon? Nah, I'm afraid I don't. Your best bet is, I mean, maybe. Let me look. Wait, you can actually buy Enjoy PBT from Amazon? The fuck? I didn't know you could do that. I mean, it's just blank sets though. And it doesn't even ship with Amazon Prime, so kind of defeats the purpose. So the answer is probably no. Just hold on. Just buy from. Check out KBT fan, see if any chair profile PBT caps that you will like. Yeah, I don't see anything good on Amazon. Oh, Alex, you have Zandas? Because if you still have them, please let me know. Please. I might pick them up for you. 65 is perfectly fine for me. I need them for a 40%. So I asked, how was the build? It is really nice. But you just have the ZV1 stamps? Damn it. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. I might still pick that up from you. Okay, so what was I trying to do? Okay, so. Okay, PC load letter since you're back. Listen to this. Feels pretty good. And here, check this out. Look at that. Look at that. So this is a PBT plate and a thin PCB. And so I know someone mentioned it's top mounted. It's actually not really top mounted because it's not screwed into the top. It is kind of a sandwich mount instead. So it looks like a top mount, but wait. Yeah, so it doesn't have separate screws. It's just the K screws that go right through. So kind of a difference. The top view is actually not a webcam, so the top view is actually a camera. It's a Panasonic Lumix GX7 mirrorless camera. Look at that. We're breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, but these two are Logitech C922. C922. Yeah, look at that flex. That is ridiculous. So nice. Very nice. Not as crazy as some tray mount flex, but still pretty good. Like, you know, it's still not as good as plateless, but still pretty nice. So Offstocks, do you mean why do we want this flex, or why does this board have this much flex? Because I guess they're two separate questions. So yeah, so it's the materials they use that give it flex. Not as nice as thick clicks, but nice. Dude, you and me both, man. We know. It's all about those clicks, dude. So good. Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, none of the parts we're using for Flex has to do with acrylic though. So, because the plate is not acrylic either, and it's not polycarbonate. The plate is PBT. So the case is polycarbonate, and that doesn't really have anything to do with the Flex part that you see, because it's just the plate, the PCB, and the mounting system. Okay, so that's been the build. Am I forgetting anything? If I am, please let me know. Whoops. That wasn't it either. Okay, so now are there any decent acrylic TKLs to compare? Not that I can think of. Not that I can think of. Okay, so what was I trying to... Oh, right. I'm going to look for someone to rate. I'm going to run the credits. And let me know if you have any other questions before we sign off. It is a Monday, so I am very grateful for those of you who showed up. I know it's back to the grind tomorrow, but you guys made it. So I appreciate that. He's what I asked. No build this Friday. I will let y'all know hopefully by Thursday when it's going to be built on Friday. I'm trying to get some switches done, but the thing is, yeah, I still have to work some things out for that build. So I will let y'all know what happens. Alpaca, thanks for the, I think, $3. Cheers, Jeremy Rider with 2,000 bits, NGB with 250, Chubies with 100 bits. Thank you so much. New follows, Am Parroting, YJ Bang Bang Bang. New boards, Poached Daggins, or Poached Eggins. Poached Eggins. Okay. Thumper 22. Subs Quok Tien Tran. Believe. Those are on YouTube, I think. And Striker, Precise Troll, Frisco Melt, Warduel, Hanny Bush. Thanks for the subs and the resubs. I really appreciate it. What's everyone to pick there? So this is an LZCLS-M. My slideshow is broken. I don't know why it. So it keeps showing only one board for some reason. So only one, I guess, array of file names for some reason. So at first it got stuck on the LZ Ergo. So it used to work just fine. I didn't change anything. It worked just fine. And then it was only showing the LZ Ergo. Someone pointed it out. I took the LZ Ergo off the list. And then now it only shows the LZCLSM. I don't even know. M. For medium. Yes, Heine, apologize! I'm just kidding. Yeah, so this is the CLSM. I don't know if I like this more or the Singer more. I guess in terms of looks, I like the Singer more.
Oh, yeah.
Jerk Chicken, thanks for the 100 bits. Also, I don't know if you saw my email. Maybe you replied and I haven't seen it. But if you are on Discord and you'd rather just continue the conversation there, feel free. I'm not beholden to email. And I might prefer Discord anyway. Waiting for everything to come in. Okay, sure. Well, let me know. Keep me updated. Put the name of the boards in the pics. I should. That is a great idea. But hey, we want to start a conversation, right? Hey, what board is that? You know. We're going to be selling mine once I get my Xeno. You should. I won't even blame you for it. You should. Maybe. The Xeno looks better, for sure. Looks way better. But maybe it might sound worse. I don't know. Or it sounds better. I have no idea. We don't know. I think it looks better though. Okay, so let's see. Who is live? Whoa, what is Infamous doing? Okay, so Josh Foreman is doing art, so that's kind of cool. We could go there. So I want to go to some crafting thing. I recently raided Shay Ross. I recently raided Rainy. So let's go to Josh Foreman actually. So this guy was actually a Guild Wars 2 dev. Deving Dick. I don't know if you've seen this guy. I don't know if you were here when we last raided or hosted him. Yeah, this was the Josh Foreman from ArenaNet. I don't know if you remember him. So let's do the raid. And I think I did the credits ready. It was Polycarbonate. It was the unboxing was this salamander. Yeah, so he's doing crafting. If you want to see what he's doing, check it out. See, so kinda cool. So we're gonna go to an end session. Yes, we are ending it. This is very strange. But okay, so thank you everyone for being here. I know it's a Monday. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will let y'all know if there is a stream this Friday or if there's not a stream. In the meantime, have a good week. Stay cool. I know it's getting hot. It is getting warmer here in Dallas. It was nice and cloudy for the past few weeks, but yeah, it's getting warm. So Jerk Chicken, Piece of Load Letter, Baseball Super, Daring Dick, Just Tiny, Trinity Gamer, Alex, Honey Bush. Thank you, and I will see you all next time.